this thing even on, man? Seriously, are people even listening to me? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. We're going to start it off right like we do. Get that music up and running just to get us in the zone. All right, I'm going to break down what's happening to BTC. Nice little flag, but can it hold? We're not sure. Little 5-minute finger move here. We're above the 200 moving average on the 21. This is my sauce. A little bit of bearish div there, though. It's kind of rocky and rocking the road, and we're just in some chop. Could we end up right back down, breaking the 200 moving average? So if we're bearish, this trade will get stopped out. We'll lose the 200, and we'll kind of hang back inside, and then maybe the descending triangle will take over yet again, and we will dump all the way down to 106,000. BOOKMAP also suggests 109,000 is a key area of, we want to be paying. Look, 108.8. So that's going to be definitely an area to pay attention to. If we look at it here, they say they want to bring us all the way back down to 102,800. So if BOOKMAP is correct, which it has been, and it doesn't have to be, it's not 100%, but it does suggest that we may go lower all the way down to about 108,550. Remember, this is Sunday's show. This is a fast show, in and out. It won't be too long. I'm here to just kind of show you what I see happening, break down the daily close, and have some fun. All right. That's it. So let's do our top-down analysis like we do every single day. We won't change exactly after the massacre. I still can't believe it. The biggest liquidation in history of, I think, any market in the history of any market, right? It was just, we've never seen anything like it. But that's also comes with the territory of Bitcoin. And I mean, look, it's still monthly resistance is support in two places. You still have monthly support holding us down. Until we close a candle, I'd say below 107,000, 108K, and we come and test 102,000, we're okay. We could be making even a flag on the monthly, like so, that ends up breaking to the upside. So it's not. This is your hopium copium, just so you know. This is your most bullish scenario that I can conjure up. We bull flag out of here to the upside. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Story time. My man Sean holding me down. If you want to jump on in and trade where I trade, we do have pinned links. Okay? KCAX has no fees at all. I'm telling you, 0 fees. It's like, or 0.1. It's like very little, compared to the rest of the market. So check it out. If you're hurting and you don't want to pay a lot of fees, you got to go where there's low fees to build up, And every time I've gone into KCAX, my stop losses got hit. My take profits got hit. Liquidity has been great. In and out. So I've had no problems trading KCAX, just so you know. So here, Bitcoin getting very tight. You could get all the way up here to 151,000. That would be the target. All right. So there's your hopium copium, is that you're above some monthly support or resistance levels or support levels, and it's not over yet, right? You could even kind of draw this out and say, hey, you're just kind of riding the trend. And if this closes as such, the next monthly candle could be a pretty big deal. And we get tight in here and still break out to the upside somewhere by December into January, right? Bitcoin's struggling right now. It looked nice this morning, but it's not able to hold the zone. Looks like it's going further to the downside possibly this morning, which is kind of sad. I liked it. I had a bit of a model, but it is Sunday. Worst day to trade. And, so it just, you got to follow suit. Sunday's a bad day to trade. The market just doesn't seem to agree on Sunday. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. I can't explain why. It just is what it is. The 2-week chart struggling with an indecision doji. I don't know what to say about that. That thing's just absolutely insane. And that will close in 11 hours. So that 2-week chart closes tonight. Insane, right? Insane. The weekly, just attempting to kind of stay in suit, you would say, but I feel like it's out of the zone now. I mean, you could try to, if you keep, every time you lose the next, whenever I make a pattern, I'm touching the candle bodies, right? Whenever you have to pull away from the next candle body, for me, it doesn't feel right. It's like cheating on the pattern. You know what I'm saying? And so as I've gotten more and more into trading, it's like, well, you've got to get, this weekly candle would have to pump today and somehow get back inside the pattern. Otherwise, it's bearish. It's going to close outside of the trend line. Humble opinion, it already did here. Like, technically, you left the trend down here. That was when you should have got tight and then had a massive move up. But you've been playing games ever since. You fell out of the pattern, tried to get back inside, and this trend line has basically been a no-go zone. Like, you bounced, you fell through, now it's resistance. You got to flip this trend line too as well. So there's a bunch, there's a monthly trend, but then also that weekly trend to me has been abused. And I don't think a lot of people are discussing that, right? So, and you could say, well, 3-day chart, you could say, okay, well, it's still, this is up, this is down. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take it. Like, it sits okay with me. And then here we are on the daily again. Can we get a tweezer bottom on the daily? Can we get back inside? In my humble opinion, back up in there. That is hidden bullish divergence. It really is. I mean, that's pretty flat. That's more of an uptrend. Hey, if we close tweezer bottom today, this would be absolutely amazing. All right? So there's some hope right now that the daily will close green and we can get on out of here. Right? Yesterday, we opened at 112.774. The high was 113.3, which is key resistance. I talked about it too yesterday. The low was 109.561. The candle closed at 111.644, down $2,130, right? So today, can we close a green candle after the insane 1, 2, and 3 days of just absolute slamming dumps on us? It just, like no market has ever seen in the history of markets. Pretty crazy, right? It's almost like, I don't know, historical times we're living in. The 4-hour time frame and the 1 hour, both positioning itself with, look, that's a very bullish uptrend. And you're pretty flat here. Even on the 1 hour, you got some bullish divergence. But this is kind of where we stood yesterday, remember? And we looked at this and it's like, well, it looks more like a descending triangle that's going to roll over. At the same time, now you could kind of say, well, it's beginning to make, maybe a symmetrical idea here. Somewhat of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. Can it dig its way on out of here? That's the question, And so to me, it's all about the moving averages. And the first thing you do is you do make this divergence. There's a very strong bullish div. But the idea is you got to break back above this key area here, right there. See where these two candles come up? And hold on, I want to zoom into this. This is where all the beans are spread right here. 113,003, 113, basically this zone. It can't even really be a line. It's this little zone here. We got to bust through this area and make it and use it as support. There's got to be a move through here. Boom, boom. And this could be the catalyst because then you've got this beautiful gap. I mean, you could rip back to 120K. You can. I mean, fast moves down or fast moves up. That means there's not much movement. We could do this very nicely. We just got to bust through here. This could tell us a big story. So we're looking for this move here. And maybe you don't realize how important that would be. That would be the absolute change in trend. And so you got the low. You're looking for the bust through this for the higher high, the higher low. Can we do it is the question. And then we move on into the 15-minute time frame that's in this beautiful flag here. And we're looking to see if we can get in this, take this measured move. Definitely a bit of an Adam and Eve down here. Right? That had Adam and Eve vibes, and it did play out mostly. And then to the 5-minute time frame, which is above the 200 moving average. Touching the 21 in a bit of a flag. This is what I trade. If you watch my channel day in and day out, you've watched me trade this over and over again. So to me, if there's any trade to be had, that has to be the highest probability is this flag here breaking out somewhere to 114,500. This would kind of go, all the things I'm talking about today would make sense. And we'd bust through this high that was created. And I've watched this for so many times. So you'll make the divergence, and there's that last high on the left that you must gut. You must gut. And again, 114.5 is the next resistance once we cut through 113.3. But I like to take things one step at a time. So we're looking for this to possibly break to the upside. Again, if you're bearish, this will come down. I keep my stops below the 200. If I do take the trade, it comes down, boom, boom. takes you out. And they may even come back, and you never know. But then it's usually treachery. If it can stay up in here and pump, I mean, we've got ourselves a day. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin is struggling at 111,005, but it's bouncing right like it should. It could make a shoulder, a head or right shoulder there. Let's zoom in. So I just took you from the monthly chart all the way down to the 5-minute. All right, somehow, some way, I don't know if you know how we did it, but we did. And that's kind of what I'm showing you for Sunday. I don't want to elaborate too much or go too crazy. I'm watching Aster attempt a little pump back to the upside, but it's sketchy. Zcash looked like it could have continued last night out of that flag, but it ended up making kind of a head and shoulder pattern, but still has some bullish signs. Let's take a look at it on a bigger scale here. And well, the daily got very far away from the 21, and it made tweezer top there, so that might be it. That flag might have been the nail in the coffino, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe it's time to pull that. It's just a local fib and do the Twisted Sister here on the daily time frame. That was a massive run up for Zcash, and it barely flinched when Bitcoin did any, which is crazy to me. I didn't expect anything like that. When I looked at the chart, I was like, I could have just been trading this and not thinking about Bitcoin the whole time. But again, I think I'm pretty proud of what happened for me. I don't know about for you. And I want to just kind of talk about it because it was the biggest liquidation in history. And I've traded very, very well in Singapore, right? We did great together. I don't know if you watched me. You knew it was one of my best traveling performances ever. I think I made the most ever when I've traveled. So it was, to me, yeah. I mean, I checked that off as a milestone. And I'm not trying to brag. I mean, you guys are watching my trading career. It's fun to share these moments, right? Some of you guys get to DM me and we talk and we share trading moments together. And then I get home and things seem a little sketchy, right? And then I sell that top on the plane. No lie, sell the top of the plane. Next thing you know, that was the local top. We start dumping and then everything just changed. Then we have the biggest liquidation in history. I'm not long or short. I'm just kind of on the sidelines. I keep all the capital I made. I don't chase it all. I take a hit on Aster from the money that I did make on it already, but dang, right? But I eventually tethered it up at a smart decision instead of going extra hard, because the point is I was going to get an Aster and a bunch of other coins and start like really getting hard, and I'm happy I didn't. So, and now we kind of sit in I'm still observing the market, right? Because I have to know when there's a time to put a way larger amount of capital or not, like something, it's got to be triple figures or not. So I'm sitting and just waiting. Right, and observing the market. I'll take a couple, trades here and there on Bitcoin, and I don't force anything. Right now, nothing needs to be forced. I'm holding the coins that I had, and again, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm holding the coins that I had. I'm just playing it the way I see it, and I'm waiting for the market to give me some better indications. I'm seeing if Bitcoin can make it out of this. Looks a little bearish right now, right? Like we kind of have this head and shoulder. And it is a Sunday, and Sundays are low liquidity. And after what happened, anyone trading on the order book, they're probably just like, you're slim picking. So just be very careful trading. It is what it is. It's definitely a bad probability day. So short or long, it could be easily just sideways chop. We'll see. But this is the model. We're in a flag above the 200. This, over time, this trade is supposed to play out on any given moment, It has a higher probability of playing up to the upside than to the downside, but we don't know, right? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no clue what's going to happen to Bitcoin. I'm just kind of going by the probability. So possible bottom here at this Adam and Eve. It is an Adam and Eve. That's how we bottom. Like we did find a bottoming pattern, and now we're flagging here. This flag has a lot to do with what can happen. This flag dumps down and they play games with us. This flag plays out and starts to move towards the target. It changes the day, right? And then we're going to see if we can tackle that 15-minute 200 moving average. We're going to come to it. If we get above it, the 21 comes. That's going to be another beautiful signal there. And we can really start to rock and roll. We get rejected by it. And I'm telling you right now, the 15-minute 200 holds the key for the next 6 to 8 hours, in my humble opinion. When you get a minute, could you take a look at USDT on Binance? Looks like the move was entirely futures driven. Actual volume was very high. I'm about to jump on out of here. These are the morning updates. And yeah. So that is your morning update for Bitcoin. I have another coin that I've looked at in the trading group that looks like it actually might go up. But yeah, but I know, that's going to be in the group. If you want to jump on in, go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. If you want to learn what I learned and find out my strategies, figure out how I didn't get liquidated and stayed pretty low key, hit this QR code and find out more. And you can jump on into class the last Saturday of every single month. Everybody, I love you. I thank you so much for being here. God bless Google. God bless everybody that's made this amazing. I'm just so thankful for everything. The channel, for 100,000 subscribers, for this beautiful year as we head into quarter 4 and just continue to dominate. Or actually, almost halfway through the first month already. It's amazing. So I love you. I appreciate you all. Stay focused. Stay amazing. And, attempt not to overtrade. I know it's impossible, but, just I let the market come to me. And over time, you'll see it'll speak to you. It'll speak to you. The charts will speak to you. God bless everybody. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I trade isolated too. If you've noticed, all my futures trades are isolated. I don't trade cross. So they couldn't have taken me out like they took everybody else out because I wasn't cross trading. I don't do cross leverage. So, hey, it's not the best. It's not the sexiest. Everyone's not, it's not the hottest. I'm not the coolest guy in the game. But you know what? 10 years from now, I'll still be here when most of these people get rocked and wrecked. And I'm not trying to be rude, and I never want anyone to be down and out. I want everybody to win. But you can't win when you have no risk management, when you're throwing caution to the wind, and when you have no plan for people think, what do I say to you guys every single day? I have no idea what could happen. Bitcoin could dump in 2 seconds. Bitcoin could pump in 2 seconds. Anything could happen at any moment. I have no clue what Bitcoin's going to do. None at all. So that's it. We have to overtrade. You're funny, man. Best community in the house. God bless Storytime with Drew. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Lindsay Linz. Shout out to Man Nego, Crypto Plumber, Chase Deese, Kyle Owen, Mr. Miller, George, Dave Roy, Ali A, and all the awesome people that are here on a beautiful Sunday morning. It is about almost 70 degrees here in Florida. Absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be 85. And I'm going to go to the beach and relax, man. Have my iPad. I'll be checking, but I'm going to attempt to get my mind off the market, hang out with my kids and my wife and my friends, and enjoy the day. And praise God for this beautiful life that we live. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything in which you've given us. Thank you for the ability to be here with everybody on this channel. Thank you for all the crypto billies and all the good people in my life that have led me to the way. May I continue to stay focused and disciplined no matter what happens in my life. And may I continue to be grateful for every single moment and live in the present. If I can live in the present and be grateful for what I have, I can build for the future. If I live in the future, I can't live in the present. And if I live in the past, I can't build in the future, in the present either. And I can't be there for the people that are around me. So to stay in the present is to be your best self and to believe that all great things are coming to you in that present moment. In gratitude. And I know as corny as that may sound, I don't care, cliche, whatever people want to say. I found those two things have kept me on the straight and narrow, have kept me going, and have helped my life just progress in an amazing way. So you keep it simple. And it's not easy to do 1,000 things a day, but it's easy to do a few really well. So I attempt to do just a few things as the best that I can and see how those take me through my frequency. And if you can raise your frequency and keep your frequency high, you're doing exactly what you need to do for the world and for everybody else. So I love you. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you. Stay focused, stay amazing. Mental toughness through this time right now. When most people are collapsing, when most people are emotional, we stay focused. We're lifers. We realize there's opportunity out here. There really is. There's some coin out here, something out here that people aren't paying attention to. We get too emotional, we get too stressed out, we won't be able to see it. But if we believe, hey, I'm the opportunity, we stay calm, we stay in the present moment, opportunities are coming for us. They're actually coming so fast at us, they're like a pitch directed right at us. We got to catch it. It's coming. It's coming for you today, tomorrow, the next day. Stay focused. I love you. I'll see you on the next live stream. Shout out to Tex Mex Biomex in the house. Love you, bro.